This isn't your typical motorsports podcast. You're listening to Crush This, a monster truck podcast presented by High Octane Coffee and J Concepts. A show where we take you inside the minds of your favorite drivers, past and present, of the monster truck industry. And now, your hosts, Brad Shaw and Dan Chichagash. Buckle in. The show starts now.
On here.
What is going on? There we go. Holy crap, what the heck?
I'm upside down. My tire's up and what's the saying goes? I don't know what's going on right now. Rubber side up and shiny side down. There's a big issue going on right now, Brad. Help me. I'm I'm flipped over, I'm crashing, I'm burning,
Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Chichagash. And by the way, I have to do this. Dun, dun, dun! Yeah, I have things I can mess around with my setup now too. So, haha. But welcome everybody to the show, Cheech. That was probably one of my favorite intros yet, besides last week.
I like that. Rubber side up, shiny side down.
Hey, you're doing a twofer today, dude. You just did the hour-long podcast, and now you're doing this one. So you're doing a twofer today there, bud. Yeah,
I'm thinking about doing a little bit of a crew member type deal. It was a mistake. I overbooked. I totally forgot Phil, and I thought Phil was joking around, but he wasn't. He messaged me back-to-back days, and I was like, oh crap, I forgot. I'll knock him in too. So next week's Mark Wheeler, we finally got him, the driver and owner of the Terra Duster monster truck back in the 80s and 90s. He also drove a called Brett the Hitman Hart and Austin 316. So he was one of the three guys that drove that truck. The identity, Terry Woodcock did, and then Carrington.
Calvin Carrington.
They had those truck. Calvin, yeah, they had those identities too. So, he's gonna be on next week. Also, I'm gonna be on location at the Minneapolis, Minnesota's auto show next week. So I'll try to be there. If not, Brad may be going solo, but I'm gonna try to pull it out and try to go as much as I can. But and then we'll have some guests. I'm trying to get John Gordon on the 5th, so Mr. Bad Company. So we're going to have him on maybe 2 weeks from now. So that's what's going on right now. Want to shout out for Joey Sylvester and High Octane Coffee. He will be on a Monster Truck Throwdown show, I think, in Ohio this weekend. JB Scale Graphics, also take a look at their stuff. They're releasing some new Obsessed, and I think they're going to bring out the wild card deal too, so that's gonna be pretty cool whenever that comes out. So they haven't opened up the design, they haven't released it, but be on the lookout since it's part of the Swanson group. Back Channel Productions, take a look at their stuff with Renegades Monster Truck Tour, and also I think he's doing some stuff for other companies. I'm brain farting. Also 6B Apparel. We still have our crew shirts for sale, $100 a pop. That's the traditional one that's like this. Gosh, Mike. This right here. I showed the logo and the microphone was right there, and it's not doing anything. And then also, let's see here. Well, it's gone now, but there was supposed to be, the high octane and stuff like that. Oh, now it's in the previous one.
Yeah.
We also have, just bear with me here 1 second. The overlap. Right here. So I'm going to cover it up 1 second here. That right there, that's our other crew shirt. So the old logo right there, that logo too, we call it the New Wave. That's also on the crew shirts too. So $100 a pop through Speed Apparel. Go through me or Brad. Remember, 60 is not going to make them if you don't contact us. We also have t-shirts for sale too. Brad, if you want to let them know about that.
Yep. So that is on belowthecollar.com/Crush This Podcast. It's owned by the same company that does Pro Wrestling Tees. You guys probably know they do a lot of the stuff for AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, stuff like that. They have the Below the Collar brand, which is for podcasters, YouTube people. So go check that out. Also, one cool thing I kind of wanted to mention on here, if it's okay with you, Dan, I'm doing video game streams now. Besides today, almost every single night on my gaming page, MT Canucker, Monster Truck Canucker. Come hang out. I'm wanting to get to 100 followers on there. That allows me to get to the level up status, which allows me to be seen even more. So give me a follow. Tomorrow night I'll be going live with some American Truck Simulator and some other games. So come hang out. It would mean a lot to me, guys.
Are you on Twitch also?
No, I'm not on Twitch. I'm just going to be primarily focusing on Facebook gaming right now. It's a better platform currently for gamers. That, Twitch, it takes a long time to get to the affiliate and partner status, and Facebook's a little bit easier. So, yeah, come hang out. Check my streams out. Last night did kind of a goofball American Truck Simulator stream. Built up let's say a really fast Peterbilt 389 that, yeah, it's way too fast already.
There's nothing wrong with that. But, yeah, that's the people that all help us out. And if you guys want to do another giveaway, I'll give a shout out to, Joey and maybe J Concepts to see what's going on. If you guys want to, give us a like. Also, on iTunes and Spotify, please like and give us a 5-star rating. And also subscribe to us. Also on YouTube, if you guys haven't watched us, please like and subscribe. And also notifications. Click on that bell so they can give you the up-to-date statue on what's going on. And also like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram also. So there's a lot of social media, which is our fault because we really don't. It seems like the last thing we do is always tag about that stuff. But once again, on the radio and stuff like that, iTunes, Spotify, give us a 5-star rating. Also follow us, same thing, YouTube, subscribe, like, notifications, and also like and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. So pretty much we're going to go ahead and bring out our guest. He was in our audio versions when we started, and he's always thought he was a mentor of mine. He helped me out on Monster Jam, but he's rocking it out right now with his truck, the Black Pearl Monster Truck, and that's Mr. Cole Venard.
Hey.
Oh, hey, there we go.
How's it going, Cole?
Hey, guys.
Going pretty good. Good. Nice setup there in the background with all the trophies and stuff like that behind you.
Show off a little bit.
Man, oh man. So how you been going? And since the last time we talked to you, how's the Black Pearl?
Good. We just got done with our little Monster Jam first quarter tour. Now we're getting ready to kind of kick off the summer tour, I call it. We're all over the place this year. We got a lot of summer shows that I wasn't expecting. I didn't think there would be that many, but everything's opening up and we're getting ready to get out there and some butt.
So, let's talk about, how this year has gone, especially during the COVID pandemic. We all know last year everything got shut down abruptly. It's just all of a sudden it's just like, oh, everything's done. Yeah. So let's talk about how things have been this year, especially in the Monster Jam aspect of things, with how the shows are during the pandemic. Did it feel good to come back, or was it weird at first, having limited, capacity in a lot of the venues you guys were in?
Both really. It felt good to get back out and get the adrenaline rush and get in the truck and do your thing. But yeah, very weird. Like they had us all, still do have it to where we have to stay in our groups. So like we have five to 10 people that maybe we can kind of stay in a group with, crew guys or another team, but they don't want you intermingling with, other drivers and stuff as much as possible, just to keep, any precaution that they can. But it was very strange. Like I tell everybody, like the pit parties are what struck me the most. And I mean, I'm glad they're doing it and people are getting to be able to talk to us and stuff, but it's just very awkward because we talk on microphones and we're like an animal in a cage and they're standing outside of the cage looking at us, you know, like it's just weird not being able to put your arm around somebody and take a picture or, you know, sign an autograph or anything like that. You're just standing up there. I spend more time talking on my microphone, turning my little speaker thing to other drivers and talking trash and them than because like the little kid too scared to come talk on the microphone. So it gets awkward at times, but there's not the same connection with the fans that you would normally get, but we're still connecting in some way. So it's cool to be back for that.
Let's talk about the season this year. Kind of a pretty good, actually. Yeah, seemed like everyone was refreshed, ready to go. Seemed like you had a decent year this year.
Yeah. I mean, if you could have a World Finals group, that's what it was. Not to put anybody else down, because every group is run that way. But this year, it was a lot of people that I watched as a group. That like, damn, I want to be like this one day. Kind of. Now I'm out trying to. So it was a lot of tough competitors, but it made it really fun. I struggled a little bit this year because we just redid the truck. We tried a different shock setup and everything, and I just fought myself more than I should have, I guess. The truck worked great. I just fought myself. It took me, I guess, longer to get into that groove then. Like I was really into a racing group in the beginning, but I absolutely suck at Chicago style. And for some reason they switched to Chicago style halfway and left it there. And so I had to kind of relearn that. And it was good in a way, you know, to get all the practice that we did, because it wasn't just one show every weekend. We were doing 2-3 shows a weekend. So it was a lot.
You know, with everybody having that extended time off, and like even just to go through the trucks, it seemed like, you know, everybody was just chomping at the bit to like, okay, let's do this. You had and the lineups were interesting. You know, you had Chris in you know, Digger and you know, you had Adam in Megalodon. Like the lineups were kind of just changed. Then you had like guys like Corey Rummel bringing out, which I think, in my opinion, was probably the nicest truck on the series because of the body of that. But I'm just biased because with S10s. But, you know, how is the atmosphere with everybody, you know, like getting back to it?
I think everyone was definitely overdue, like get out something anyways. I think Jim and Corey, I think they did summer shows. I know Jamie and I did summer shows. So we had a little bit of seat the summer, or I should say more the fall, winter. But yeah, all the Feld boys and everything, they haven't done anything. They've been sitting at home playing truck dirt, you know. So for them to actually get out there, drive and go, they were ready for it, and it was just nice to see, you know, your second family. Everybody becomes a family out there on the road and everything, and it was nice to just to see everybody because it was, you know, a year off. And so it was different, but it was definitely, I think everyone was pumped to be back in the seat and crashing.
Yeah, buddy, and then you're you know, getting back to these stadiums and arenas and stuff like that. Gotta be pretty cool, and seeing some people in some arenas and stadiums half capacity, but still people are still there. So that gotta be a brighten up your day too, seeing that.
Yeah, and I gave Adam the hardest time this year because he was driving Megalodon, and action that the people give crazy. And so like our last show we did an arena, and arenas are a lot of fun because of the interaction with fans. So if you can talk trash mic and people hear you and see you, and it's just a lot more interaction with them. and really talk trash when we were in arenas just because of that. So that was where we left off. Is I was giving Adam such a hard time, and I took one of his shoes from the truck and made a necklace out of it, and that's my thing now. So this weekend, I guess I'll get to bring that back out of how I have a megalodon tooth necklace.
You know, like you gotta have fun with that. You know, like I bet sometimes it might get boring. So doing stuff like that and and you guys are longtime buddies. Like it's probably natural for you guys just to talk trash to each other. Like you were mentioning, during like the pit parties, you would turn your speaker towards another truck and just start talking trash. Like like the connection between a lot of you guys that you Cody, Adam, Ryan, like the connection you guys have, and we see that on social media, like you were saying, the megalodon tooth, that's something that us fans love to see.
Yeah, I'll see someone post something really cool and I'll get on there and say that it was really stupid or that's so dumb, and then I'll put hashtag Pearl is my policy, that just to screw with them, But it is that way though, and that's what keeps it fun and I guess enjoyable. If you get too caught up into it to where you take it so serious, it's just a job, and you start to be miserable,
Sorry, I was drinking my water. Man, it just the camaraderie and everything like that this season was pretty cool, and you're getting ready to start off your second quarter type deal, and you're be doing a lot of outdoor events. And when you first started doing the map motorsports and stuff, because you had a long time with the Monster Jam world, would you start going with other promoters and racing their type of shows? Obviously you gotta be excited about that, but how was the flow for you and stuff like that with those type of shows compared to Monster Jam?
It just depends. Some of them are a little more laid back, but it makes it nice. It makes where you can breathe fun. If the truck breaks, you have a little bit of time to go and work on it, get back out to where it's 100% instead of doing everything you can, missing an event or running a broken or half broke truck. But I like it. Just my first, I guess, few times it was kind of, you had to put on the shoes and go show that you can run with whoever's there and put up or shut up kind of thing, and prove yourself. But you don't want to come in hot and look like a guy that's out of control and unsafe either. You want to prove that you're loyal in a sense. So, but it's really cool. I like other promoters. I like, just being in the truck in general.
How was it, when you went to Miami, Oklahoma for the first time? Because, that show throughout the years has been always should be shown on the Monster blog. It's kind of one of the bigger events during the summer season of Monster Trucks. Lots of legendary races. A lot of people have been there. Jim Kohler's I don't even know how many times that guy's won King of Miami. So is Devin Jones. What was it like going to that venue and running there? Did you know a lot of the history of that event, or were you kind of new to that?
I was fairly new to it, but Jamie and Jim talk smack. They're kind of like Adam and I. So they go at each other to where, Jamie turned me into a weapon there for a little while. Like, well, if I don't beat you, I know Cole will beat you kind of thing. Then I really had to step up and not let him kind of thing. But it definitely amped it up, I guess, and made it very exciting because it is quite the racing event to go there, and you basically do not lift. You keep it floored right down the stretch and sail that sucker in the end. Yeah, it's really cool racing.
So let's talk about how like the Black Pearl gets to basically a show. Like, does Jamie say, "Hey, there's someone that wants the Black Pearl," or do you have like a 2 cents saying, "Hey, uh, a promoter came to me and said, "Hey, I want the Black Pearl at some show in Virginia Beach." Like, how does that go?
It's Jamie owns the truck and everything. I just like the rights to the name. So marketing and stuff like that, I guess, would more so go through me. But as far as booking the truck and everything, that's all through Jamie. He does all the booking and stuff, and then he'll usually touch base with me and say, "Hey, are you available for this or want to do that?" Or sometimes he says, "Look, I booked us for the show. You always show up. Here's what we're doing," kind of thing. But yeah, that's. I mean, 90% of it is completely him.
One cool thing I like with Jamie's team is he's you got him, obviously his wife driving, and then yourself, and then his son and John Zimmer Jr. It's incredible the roster that Jamie has been able to bring into his fold, and seeing, because I remember racing against Zimmer Jr. in rigs or rods, and that kid, like, he was unstoppable, and now he's doing it for real, and it's incredible. So what's it like, have you been able to help those two get like learning like teaching them certain things that you've picked up over the years?
Yeah, like Zimmer Jr., I've only done one show with him. And with him, he's got his dad, man. His dad's on his hip and is there for any question that he could ever have, so he's got lead on that aspect. I've kind of critiqued him a little bit on a couple interviews about it. The kid just, I mean, all he needs to do is get in the seat and drive for a while and got it. He's fine. He's doing fine. He's proven that. Zach is my competition now. I don't want to help him anymore. Better the skills and stuff like that. So it's like, I'm going to ask him for pointers. I'm not going to give him any of my tricks. It's already making me look bad. It's fun.
Man, it gotta be fun watching that, and and working with Jamie and stuff like that too, and you're getting ready. Like I said, outside of Miami, you're doing a bunch of cool second quarter type stuff. Any you're looking forward to?
I'll do St. Louis this weekend. I've never drove there that I know of. Yeah, I've never drove that, and not a Monster Jam one. I mean, other than that, we're pretty booked. Like, I'm the entire month of June, I got a show every weekend. July's a little scattered and stuff, but yeah, I mean, Miami is coming back up. I think Devin got King of Miami this year again, but Zach is chomping at the bit there to try to get it, and I think he got King of Springfield, so which I don't get to go to anyway. But Miami, I would love to maybe go there and really put it down and put my thumb on the boy a little bit, or I'm gonna get put in the trailer like a little puppy.
and you also mentioned before we went on air, you're also going to be at the I believe the Lucas Oil Speedway show, Wheatland, Missouri, which that's always an awesome show to see too. That's a big venue, big track. MAP Motorsports is just they're killing it with their shows. They put on like hell of a show anytime I've seen, from Springfield, Wheatland, Miami. Those guys always are, and they're even, I believe they do a lot of stuff in first quarter in smaller arenas. Pretty sure about that.
Yeah, that's what Zach and Little John are doing. A lot of shows for him right now, or were, I guess. But yeah, Wheatland is cool. That's the only independent show that I do about. I can tell you that. Plus, that's a big plug for Lucas Oil too. For us, that's our sponsor, so we try to give our love to Lucas Oil there. especially. But yeah, we get to do the Lucas Oil Stadium this year too in Indy, so that'll be a fun one. That's where I had probably the best freestyle run in the Black Pearl, really. Well, last year, or we call it last year, 2 years ago, whatever, before the pandemic. I walked out of there. I actually got my very first event champ for a stadium there. I've always got right there close, and I've never got an event champ, and I got it there.
So now I want to know about the story about, I guess it was this year, and Kohler put on his diary about this flag ordeal. So what happened with all these flags that are all over both you and Jamie's truck?
So we had a little joke going with Jim kind of all year, because last year when we were on tour, one of us drew him, and he's like, well, whatever, you ain't got to worry about me. I'm just the duck. You know, I'm the guy that you just overlook. You're looking at the next round kind of thing. And then one way or another, he won, and he goes, you got to watch out for the duck. So the duck became a thing, especially between Jamie. Jamie made shirts that were duck hunter shirts, and Jim's got ducks everywhere here and there, saying how he's the duck, you know, a big muscular duck and whatnot. So one show, all of a sudden, all these ducks appeared on Jim's truck for the pit party. Some were glued to it, some were just zipped to it, but he had ducks sitting all over his water body. It was actually kind of fitting. But yeah, then we come to the stadium the next day, and our trucks were covered in flags. I say that our crew guys done took them off because they had to go do something. I was going to run the show with them on it. All of them on it and run the show. That's the proper way to do it. But they done took them all off before we even got there that morning, because they had to pressure wash them because it was a mud bath show. But yeah, so it's just been a little bit forward having fun with Kohler, really. He's a good guy. A lot of fun for that.
So we have one question here from Levi Shones. Says, hey Cole, what's your favorite place to eat on the road? Bet it ain't Farmer Boys.
I don't know. Stop it, Levi. Okay. I'll say that, okay? I like a good cold beer and a steak, I guess, to calm my night down, or nightcap, I guess, for a night.
Well, here's the important question then. How do you get your steak, though? That's the important thing.
I do it medium rare.
Thank God.
That's
the only way to have a steak. People that get it any other way than medium rare is just they're not even human.
Well, I mean, it's just an old school thing. The older generation were always scared. They cook the crap out of everything, and then you chewed on it bubble gum for 6 hours. Piece of steak, and yeah, you cook it medium rare, man. You don't even need steak sauce. You just eat it.
Yep.
Yeah, I sometimes get confused between that and medium well. So I sometimes get a steak that's medium well.
Well, so when I went to the States this past October for stuff at Zane Ratsu and them, I went to Texas Roadhouse, and you know they were like, "So how do you want your burger cooked?" I'm like, "What? Like, are you kidding me?" Like, I've never been asked that until that moment in my life. I'm like, I guess medium rare.
See, a burger, I do medium. I like my burger cooked a little more, just to, I guess, not as thick. But like even prime rib I'll cook a little more too. A little more. My new thing though is I've been doing jerky. I've been a jerky kind of guy. I've been making dehydrating my own jerky and everything. Then
Mm-hmm.
I've been just hitting the grill a little more this year. And, like I've done the beer can chicken, or beer butt chicken, whatever you want to call it, or the drunken chicken. But that's been we just had that the other day from Mother. Wife is I got her obsessed out to where that was her.
And we see that on social media. You know, like
was the beer can chicken for me. But
So you're becoming a grill master now.
a little bit. I so for like 3 years I've wanted to get one of them flat top grills to
The
do like,
Blackstones?
yeah, like to be able to do like hibachi almost, because I make a freaking mess when I cook, man. Like I'm like a professional chef kind of thing. I dirty the crap out of every pot and pan and have a sink full of crap. I'll clean it all, but just get out of my way while we're doing it. And then, but yeah, I really wanted to do one of the flat iron or Blackstone deals, and do hibachi and wake up in the morning and come out there and cook about 7 pancakes kind of thing.
I was about to say, have you mastered the egg breaking stuff with one hand? You've sat with the guys doing that, cooking on the Blackstone, and then they put bacon, sausage, and pancakes and everything like that.
I haven't got one. I've like heard rumors, or I don't want to say rumors. I've heard comments that leave on all the reviews and that of how much upkeep they are and how bad they rust, outside and everything. So especially being here in North Carolina, I've been like really nervous about getting one because I don't want to, use it 1 or 2 times and then the thing rusts out and, you're spending more time prepping the grill than you get to even use it, kind of thing. So I've been scared to do it, but I think I'm going to bite the bullet and just do it and cook some hibachi just to mess it up.
You make your little volcano and your little fireman. Doot, 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 doot. And you can get the hat. You gotta get yourself, go buy a Mako tool cart so you can bring your cart, roll around, carting around and stuff. But I've been on a kick lately. I mean, I've been doing Dutch oven cooking.
Okay.
Fire in the coals and stuff like that. And I just recently got myself a 14-inch iron skillet. And I mean, anything. I mean, you have to prep those just as, cleaning up and prepping them and stuff like that's just as worse. Not just tedious, let me just say, than anything else, because my dad helped me out with that. And, you put it in the oven to get everything finalized. And I got on the hook on making like these Dutch pancakes where you kind of put like apple, cinnamon, and apple, and then you put the pancake batter on top of it and you cook it that way, or a 1-pound omelet. I like make my desserts with that thing, like apple cobbler, peach cobbler, and then it just I have now a rack where it has different levels of hooks, so I can base off of what temperature I want, and then prepping with the coals and stuff like that. It's tedious, but man, it's some good stuff.
Yeah, it's like smoking, different kind of ways to smoke things and textures and flavors, and you can get lost in that. My next thing is I want to try to brew beer. I want to try.
Oh.
What
Yeah.
kind of beer would you want to do?
I'm kind of basic. I don't like the big heavy. I say that. I probably wouldn't mind it. I don't mind them if I'm just actually drinking one, but usually it's 3 or 4 kind of thing when I'm drinking them, and they're just too like I'm full kind of thing. So but over the years I've grown up a little bit to where I don't drink as much either. So I would probably wait a little more.
Well, the crazy thing is with making beer is you have to be 21 to buy it, but you don't have to be any age to buy the ingredients to make it.
Yeah.
And I remember I made an Irish ale in college, and it took a long time to make it, but it was, I bottled it up, and I didn't have to buy a single beer. I just bottled it up and took it to the parties, and people drank it. But I had to tell them to give me back the bottle. I was like, I need this.
Give me back my
little,
bottle.
It had a little cork in it and stuff like that, so you can reuse it. So I went ahead and washed it, put it in, sanitized it, and filled it back up and take it. It's like, I need this bottle again, and stuff like that. But it was so tedious and it took so long to get it, but to make it. And then you're ordering stuff, and especially back in college, you're doing it basically out of your own pocket, and then you realize you can't really do it. You're questioning if you should charge it, but you can't because you're the cool guy, and everyone has to drink off of you, and so you're in a catch-22.
Well, you're a broke college kid. You can ask for some money, just something, and people feel bad for money.
But it's fun though.
Yeah.
With beer, like I'm still getting my taste for beer. One of my favorite summer beers is a Radler. That's one of my all-time favorite things in the summer because it's nice and light, refreshing, especially on a hot day. That's perfect. But if I'm to go for like any kind of beer right now, it's more of a citrusy flavored beer. I like the citrus flavors. I don't like something that's too hoppy. I can't do overly hoppy beer. I can't.
Yeah.
That like IPAs, I try to stay far away from those as possible. Yeah. But more citrusy flavored beers is kind of what I dig. But I'm not, like I said, beer. I'm not much of a beer guy. I'm more the whiskey guy. But that's just my personal preference.
That's what I just did a job for a guy that was brewing some beer, and it was orange based. But he's putting oranges in it and just the ale, I guess, an orange ale, whatever. But that's what even got me, like, I guess, amped up to do my own, because they sell them little brewing kits that you can get and everything. Maybe I'll do one of them first and just try it and see if I like it. Like the process, because it's a process, like you're saying, and it ain't like you do it overnight and it's ready the next day. It's a week-long deal, really, but I don't know. We'll see. Europe is what screwed me up on the big beers and all that, is going over there. It was they like their beer over there, and they like their beer thick and strong and hoppy for sure. And that ruined me. I say that. You come back here and drink a Bud Light or something, and it was like water. You got used to theirs for a little while. You come back here, and it was like, oh my gosh.
Well, isn't that what Coors Light anyways is? Just water?
Probably, yeah. Probably. It's the taste of the. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's just whatever I feel. I'll drink anything pretty much. Whiskey, beer. I always think there's different types of beers for whatever scenario. I mean, if you hang out with your friends at like a local party or a get together, yeah, the magic touch is a Miller Lite, Bud Light, or a Coors Light, or maybe a Jack and Coke or something like that. But if you want a nice fancy steak, then you go with a higher type of beer. I occasionally will drink a Guinness. I know people don't like it, but hey, I mean, I like sometimes the taste of it. So Brad, you remind me of a young 18-year-old still trying to taste his buds.
You're hilarious, dude.
You should be right now at the age where you know your limitations. Which ones you like better.
Remember pulling you in that little four-wheeler Hot Wheels thing?
Yeah. Yeah, remember that guy? The guy was so pumped when he gave it to you. Then 2 weeks later, we're driving it down the street, and the wheel came off, and I'm about to roll it over and go goes around and remember speaking about beer, this guy here is freaking the most impossible person to beat in arm wrestling. I remember we went to this place in Vancouver, Canada, and we were all hanging out at this restaurant that looked like a garage. A pretty cool place. And we're all getting, having fun. I don't know how it got started, but Cole challenged Woos to an arm wrestling contest, and the fastest person I ever heard say no was Woos. And Adam was there and kept on nagging Woos to keep on arm wrestling him. Woos kept on saying no, 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 no. They finally, and then Adam and Cole started, and Cole kept on winning. Could do. And then he finally gets Woos to do it. He's like, I know I'm gonna lose. I know he gets upset because he knows he's just gonna lose, and it just kept on going, and yeah, I always remember that because it was just we were tasting different beers. It wasn't just like the same thing. Like someone was buying beers for us, and that was the same tour I tried sake, and that shit disgusting.
Chad.
No.
My face. Ugh.
Chad's the
That was
worst.
terrible.
He'll go out and we'll have a nice casual night, and he's an explainer like that. Like he's the one who was like, you gotta jive, and I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you gotta. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about, Chad? And he goes, jive. Go to a city, and you gotta fit in, do what's popular in this city, and you gotta jive with them. I'm like, okay, let's do it. And his thing. So like you go to Canada, or you're doing what's popular there for drink. If like we'll always go have a Bud Light somewhere, but it's like you go to somewhere Florida and you're having a sex on the beach or a mixed drink, like a beachy deal or whatever. But then it was the same way with food. It was that way with foods, and he was the one that could always convince you into doing things you didn't want to do, drinking food wise, I should say. But Adam was good at that. Chad was, he just about him to where he liked to try new things, but he always liked you to try first, and then he would try, kind of deal. And I was always that dummy.
I think you and me would have been the same because I am gullible. I will try something just like oh, try this, okay. There's times where I'll be like, heck no, but most of the times I will admit I'm gullible enough to do it. Yep.
We laugh though, man. Fun. Always making fun of Cheech.
Okay, I wanted to ask this, because you guys toured together for a while.
Yeah.
What was the moment you first met Cheech? I want to know about the moment you guys met.
I would say he showed up with his little backpack on. And okay, the first time I met him, you were doing the ride. He was on the ride truck. We were at did you come to the Carolina shop, or were you in Florida?
No, I was originally with George and Sweeney, the Dalmatian and Hot Wheels, and I was at the North Carolina. We were at that North Carolina shop because that was the same time I didn't know the difference between a Clark and a Galleon rim. I gave Sweeney a Galleon rim.
Yep.
I didn't know the difference between the two. I was green. I was greener than green. And I didn't know there was two different types of rims and stuff like that. And then we're going around, and I think I switched over. So we rode in your pickup truck to Roanoke. And and then Moose gets a text message saying, you know what a galleon is? I was like, no, what is it? Like, I don't know what a galleon is. So, well, you gave John Sweeney a galleon rim instead of a Clark. I'm like, I didn't know. And then your buddy PCP was yelling at me. Oh, that guy. But yeah,
Like,
I think that was the first time. We did a few shows while I was with them.
we did a switch. Yeah, it was like a mid-season switch, and I'm going to tell you this: I had a pretty extensive season that year as a crew chief, because it was just me on. I don't want to make it sound, I guess, biased, but it was just me on Adam's truck at the time, and then Woos was on Chad's truck, and then we had a third guy that got introduced kind of into the season that didn't work out. So we switched with someone and got Cheech as like a test run. Let's just try this for a week and we'll see what happens. And if everybody's okay, we'll go 2 weeks and see what happens, kind of deal. Well, I love Cheech. I get along with anyone. And especially if I would tell you to do something and you do it, work wise, then we were set, man. And I don't care if you did it and screwed it up, at least you took it upon yourself to, that's all that mattered to me. So I loved his drive, and the lack of, I guess, knowledge in some of the parts is what made, I guess, our time amusing, because like he said, he sent the wrong rim somebody that was, and what do you do but just laugh? I had to do sponsor panels for me one time, and he put stickers on the sponsor panels and had it laid out all nice. It was for Vegas is what it was. We were trying to make the truck look real good, and he gets all done and so pumped up and proud to come get me and look at it, and he forgot to take the protective liner off of it.
Oh
no! It had plastic on it or whatever. And so I said, "That's real cool and everything," and then I peeled the whole thing.
Oh no!
Yeah. I was like, dang it. It was perfect too. The sponsor, the names are all right and leveled and everything like that. And I was like, this is pretty good stuff. And then later on that year was the same year. So Cole, you and it was me, Woos. I think we were together, and we told this in the BJ show that Woos gave me the freedom to work on Chad's truck and stuff like that. And one hit, I think it was at Fayetteville, North Carolina, somewhere in North Carolina. He comes back, truck's leaned over, sway bar. I'm like, oh man, I'm getting ready for this. So I'm getting all the sway bars and stuff like that, and it's all leveled. And I jump over and I'm trying to I'm hanging on for dear life to get the truck settled back in. I'm closing my eyes. I'm just like using all my weight, and it finally shifts over. And I was like, man, that's awesome. I got it. It's going. All right, cool. I look up and I find Woos bear hugging and just brings the truck all the way down with him. So he was the one that brought it to level. And so everything that I was wondering about, saying I got this, my mixed emotions was happy, the sad, all in one swift of the truck. But still, I mean, we got it done. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Cole, when you said that, when you ripped off the protective thing, what ran through my head is an episode of Simpsons, the Valentine's Day episode, where Lisa completely crushes Ralph Wiggum's heart, and Bart's play it back in slow motion. You can see the moment right here. That's what ran through my head when you said that.
I think. Well, I'm 90% sure. I came in and looked at it and seen it and instantly saw what he'd done. And so I'm like, all right, hang on a second. I went and got my phone and come back in and said, okay, nice sponsor panel here, videoing it, looking from side to side. And then I peeled it on video right to him. And it was that exactly. He just went,
I want to see this video now.
I don't.
Yeah.
Man,
but I still, I mean, the cool thing was it was Vegas, so they had extra sponsors panel stickers, so it was an easy fix. I went ahead and still placed it and got her done, and
because we could lay the other one right there in front of him, and he could look exactly what he had to do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it was
moments like that, it keeps you can joke around about it, right? And that's the biggest part, if you make a mistake, you just gotta shrug it off and laugh it off. Exactly, what I had to do when I went over the hockey dashers in my hometown arena.
Yeah. Yep.
yeah. But it was where I'm at today. So it was a stepping stone. No, because I didn't know what the hell I'm just trying to get the flow rolling. And, with them, it was the first time I ever went through corners and, kind of like the breakdown of Vegas in general. And then I went with Woos for most of the year. And it's like, on no means, I try to do as best as I can. I'm, the way it goes, but I'm still in the industry today with the Hall brothers, and it's a pretty good time right now. So it's still keeping on.
Well, it's like you're at a spot where a lot of us wish that we could. You're living the dream. Like, you guys are living the dream. So
what, Cole?
Shortest guy on the fleet, and you were crewing on the tallest guys on the fleet. He used to have to take his backpack. Can you hear?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I remember.
What is it?
I remember Oakland. Remember Oakland when you let me finally move the truck, and I was like, I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing, and I stalled it the first time, and then I didn't even know there was rear steer, and I crab walk it all the way down the tunnel, and then I was like, what am I doing wrong here? And Moose is like, the automatic switch wasn't on. I was like, oh, okay, but still,
yeah,
it was still a good time. Remember that car chase?
Yeah.
We were in the middle of a car chase and we didn't even know about it.
There was at some point we drove through a movie set where out there too, and I don't remember it. I don't remember it, but he brought it up the other day. Yeah, just vaguely remember. Just whatever, just get past it, go down the road and turn or something. We were in the middle of a movie shoot.
We don't even know what movie. We're in the middle of it. And then you guys went to Starbucks and you saw that dead dog. I know that's bad, but I remember watching Adam's video and you guys were like gagging, like about to throw up and everything like that because it was so bad.
Run over on the side of the road.
Yeah. That was bad. I remember also we were flying from Roanoke to Oakland, and you just randomly start beating Roos up in the airplane. Just randomly just starts beating up Woos. They're sitting next to each other. I think Woos was sleeping or something like that. He just starts randomly beating him up. And then the time that Woos told me not to open the door, I opened the door, and you and Adam both attacked him. Busted bags of chips and everything like that. And then the chips are all over the bed, and they still continue eating those chips.
And slipping crumbs.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Remember the truck driver? That guy was all right.
Yeah, he cooked for us. He'd cook whatever for us and keep us going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, then we took him to that restaurant in Laredo.
Yeah. The Canada time though, that's when we went on all them suspended bridges and stuff. Adam's deathly afraid of. I still got all
Yeah.
them pictures of it there too.
Yeah, I remember he was hugging the
That's a
bridge,
good time.
and no one couldn't walk across it. He was hugging the bridge. The suspension bridge was tall. It was freaking
Yeah.
high. They had this glass one. Didn't you scare me on one of those glass ones? Like I thought it was like a bridge, but it was made out of like Lexan glass. You know, it was over like a cliff. And I think
Like a grown
Cole was the
man.
one that that was a crazy time. Now, that was cool though. I really dig that. And then, Vancouver was a pretty cool. Remember we went to that weird Walmart that I don't know what was up with that one, but we had to get a bunch of stuff at that Walmart and it was just weird. It was just, I don't know. It was like a double decker carport and
I
then
remember. That must have been
yeah, wasn't there a story also that we were at that Vancouver show and someone asked who was our fleet manager and it was Tom doing a front flip on a bicycle? Oh my god, it's something. I saw there was some funny stories. It's just, where's your fleet manager? And it's that guy, and he's. Oh my, yeah, it was some cool stories. We always talk about it, and then, then one time we hung out with Mandel too. Mankind was hanging out too.
Yeah.
With us, and we got to watch the movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then it was, Cole invited me to his place and, we always hung out and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool. Remember the time we all hung out and John Zimmer came by and stopped by and his BS and talked. And then you still have that Blazer or that one truck?
I still got it. Yeah. It's all rusty.
Oh, nice.
But looking for a new one. I got a family now. It was a little short bed Chevy, but yeah. Now I'm looking for something that I can put kids in the back seat.
Right on, right on. How's the family going? Doing pretty good?
Yeah. Kids are growing like weeds. Little punks, keeping me on my feet.
Oh, dang it.
Little man, he does not stop. He's wide open from wake up to. I will say this though, it's like clockwork. 7 to 7:15, that kid is grabbing his blankie and is ready for bed. And it's like 7:30, that kid is down and out. Like he don't fight you. You go put him in his bed and he will just go to sleep. And I will take that. And sleep through the night kind of thing. I will take that. He's 1.5 now. So, yeah, he's pretty wide open. My daughter, though, Cora, she's getting to be pretty self-efficient now to where she gets in trouble. She can reach and get to things that she shouldn't be. And like the other day, I go out and she ate a whole bag of M&Ms at 8:30 at night that were hidden up on the fridge. Somehow she got up to. So things like that keep it fun.
That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes, I guess, right?
Yep. My mom laughs at me because I deserve every bit of it.
I think all of our moms your mom said that or whatever, but I think all of our moms say that to us at one point when we're married, raising kids. Like I feel like my mom's gonna be like, "See, I told you."
Yeah. That's what you get.
That's what you.
Because I was a little shit disturber. I was just a little like I was everywhere, like wrecking cribs, and I feel like that's gonna haunt me one day.
It's gonna. Yep.
I'm not looking forward to it.
Right. So, is there any social media people can follow you at?
Yeah. I mean, I'm on Facebook and Instagram. It's just all Cole Venard. That's kind of. I'm going to tell you this. I'm horrible about staying up to date on media. I will go on like, I don't know, weeks where I'll stay consistent and I'll post things and then fall off, and I go to work kind of thing. I go back to it and then I fall off, and so that's like my thing this year is I need to just dig in and focus on my social media. So maybe we can do like a Black Pearl t-shirt giveaway or something. You got to come up with something cool, give it away for though. Some type of a questionnaire or a quiz, maybe.
We can think of something.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just tell me a winner. I'll get in and an address. Send them a shirt.
Well, here's a question. What was the first show that Cole ever drove a monster truck?
Okay.
I think I know the answer.
Got to
So,
message it to who, your or my social media?
well, let's also do this. You know,
what?
you have a black. Yeah, we'll do this. So, I'll post it on here, and you have to answer the question. When was the first show that Cole drove a monster truck at, and what year? And then we'll just do what we normally do on our podcast, and you have to answer at the original post, and we'll give it about a week, and then the winner will get a Black Pearl t-shirt. How about we'll add it up and also get it signed? How about that? You know,
We can do that. Well, so what I like to
and
do,
get it signed.
I like to send an autograph card with the shirt that has my signature on it. And then, because some people like the shirt signed, some don't. And I don't like to just sign
Yeah.
and then them not want to wear it or something. I'd rather them wear the shirt, wear it out, and it have a signature and them doing because of that.
Yeah, I got you on that. And then, well, do you have any of your Black Pearl Hot Wheels or
They are
Spin
in.
Masters?
Got to go to blackpearlmonstertruck.com, and I have trucks. The toys are on there. We got specials where you can do group buys too, cheap. Shipping's tough with it, so I had to do like I can't remember if you can buy them single, and then but you can get a 2 or 3 pack kit kind of deal to where it knocks the shipping down. Then because it was hard for me to be able to do like a set shipping price, so I had to do deals in a sense to knock shipping costs. So if you're going to buy multiple, you don't get, I guess, screwed over with shipping cost. We have a 3-pack deal with the cheaper. But
Gotcha.
and a truck and whatever, then it really knocks it down. So work out.
All right, so let's do that contest. This T-shirt and the card, and then let's do that as a giveaway. So I will put the question up on social media, and then also I'll put on the social media too. The like you have Cole Venard on Facebook and Instagram.
Yep.
Does the Black Pearl have anything?
No, I just do me. I do it as me, really, and then I just have the website truck. But
Okay. Yep. Okay, so we'll do that as a giveaway, and then hopefully people will share, like, subscribe, all that king caboodle stuff, and then go from there.
yeah,
Just quickly, I saw a comment here, and I have to bring this up because, being Canadian hockey fan, John, you know who I'm rooting for. Let's go in the playoffs. Connor McDavid got 100 points this year. Heck yes, I had to do it. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy right now.
Let's go Pens.
No, let's go Oilers.
I'm sticking with my Pens. Nah, I like a winner that wins championships. So,
McDavid's better than Crosby.
last time I checked, the Oilers haven't won anything. I'll stick to championships.
I'm pretty slow on the hockey side of things, but
I mean,
I just saw a highlight though, and I don't know if this is recent or old, where a game kicked off and they kicked it off with 3 people getting into a fight.
Yeah, that's recent. That recently happened.
mhm.
That was cool, I thought.
The Capitals and the New York Rangers.
Yeah. I just love seeing that. All of a sudden, just game kicks out. All right, let's go for it, Tilly boys.
Didn't even go for the puck. They just all right.
Gloves down and
See, I'm surprised that hasn't happened with Edmonton and Calgary. Or I'm surprised that didn't happen with them at all because of the rivalry between those two teams.
Yeah.
yeah, but there was more meaning between the Rangers and Caps that game than anything else, Brad. It was just a random fight. There was a story behind it. That one team thought it wasn't fair. So, and that guy got hurt by the Flyers. So that was funny right there. If you watch that game, his knee got taken out. So, playoff hockey is about to start. So I'm okay with that.
I'm just not betting
on the Islanders.
I'm not betting on Edmonton this year though.
Oh, you're betting on? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know, Brad is going for round number 2 on the Eggnog Challenge.
No, I'm not.
Hockey team, so we'll just go that. If Brad doesn't drink his eggnog, he loses his job. So let's go with that, ladies and gentlemen.
I am not drinking a gallon of eggnog again. There's no way in hell I'm doing that again.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that was a terrible night. That was a funny night for us, but a terrible night for you. Yeah, you stuck it up, though. You said your word and you did what you did, but the problem was you drank too fast.
Yeah, well, I tried to get over as fast as possible. You like eggnog, Cole?
I don't know. Nope.
Stuff is just putrid.
Some people will make it okay. They make it almost sweet and enjoy it.
Or they add a little spice to it. A little taint.
But I could not do a gallon. You can't even do a gallon of milk.
Hey, I lost the bet and I, manned up to it. So actually, you might have answered this in the original audio. We haven't asked this in a long time. What's your favorite kind of pie?
I
am not a big pie guy.
Oh, he eats pizza pie. That was the answer. He was one. I have it on my phone. He's the only one that answered pizza pie because he asked if pizza was a pie, and we said yeah. So his answer was pizza.
Well, they make like the dessert fruit pizza pie too,
Yeah, they're I actually have had like a pie like that before. So,
you used to be able to get them like Taco John's, Midwestern deal. You can get that like a cinnamon apple pizza fruit pie thing.
Remember Cece's or that Florida pizza joint, Hungry Howie's?
Howie's, yeah.
Yeah, they had that type of pizza fruit, cinnamon type, caramel type deal.
I like all kinds of pies, though. I like it's got to be the right day, the right food that you ate before it, kind of thing too.
Mm-hmm.
Thanksgiving, you gotta have a little pumpkin. You gotta have a little. I like a good old like chocolate pudding pie. Lemon pie is good.
Pecan.
I don't know that I've ever really got into pecan. I don't know that I've ever tried it either.
See, I still think one of the best pies ever is cherry pie, but the cherries have to be tart. They can't be like overly sweet. It has to. You got to have that nice little bite with that cherry pie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of cherry pies that were really good. Yeah. Dude, I'm gonna say this though. I had a guy bring me a tomato the other day that was amazing. Like I've never been big on tomatoes as it is. He brought me this big old, I don't want to say super big, but it's a bigger tomato. It's a Virginia tomato, and that sucker was like you're saying, tart but sweet. Like about it was just the right blend. And I had a BLT with that thing, and I'm not big on BLTs, but I basically ended up just eating the tomato like an apple.
Yeah. You'll get some tomatoes like that you can just eat. Like one of the things my parents used to do was just eat slices of tomato, put some salt and pepper on it, and there you go.
Oh yeah.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Oh no! Get that off the screen! Get that off the screen!
Johnny Hockey, baby, Johnny Hockey.
Okay. I will say this: I would get more upset if that was a what's the loser's name? He's got a brother that plays in the NHL. I can't remember the name, but I would get more PO'd if that was that guy's jersey or the shirt. So yeah, that's not cool. That's not cool.
L means love. L means love. Well, that's fun and games, but all right. So we'll do a contest for you folks, and Cole will sign the card and the T-shirt. I'll post it on social media. So remember, what was the show that Cole drove a monster truck at? What year and what place? I don't have to say what. I was there the week after.
Yeah.
So,
I need better social media, so I need to start doing like challenges like this and giveaway more often. I need to get A, more followers, and B, I need to do more whatnot. You can help me. You can give things.
we're pretty good at that. So, yeah, man. So we'll get that started for you. But thank you for being on. Also, it was pretty cool having you on. I was gonna text message you and see if you want to be on like the next couple weeks. But we're supposed to have Rod Schmidt, but he guess disappeared. I don't know what happened, but he told me like he wanted to be on. But whatever. But thank you so much for being on with us and talking up.
For sure. You let me know. I would love to come back. I mean, waste some time.
I want to have a story time between you and Adam.
No, you don't.
How about you and Cody?
Yeah.
He goes, yeah.
Adam, Cody, and I, all three, it would be just too much. Too much.
I want to break the internet. So.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
If any followers we will have. No.
Actually, let's see here.
Oh no, Cheech.
Let me double check on our podcast here.
I think the longest episode we ever recorded was like 3 hours with Mike Wine. So I bet you guys could beat that.
Cole and Mike Wine together?
Oh no.
Let's see here.
My very first day, he actually was the one that picked me up and took me to my very first show. So I was
So here's
go.
Okay. So right now we're at 3,457 likes. We're also at 3,693
Dislike
followers. No, followers. If we reach 3,700 followers, I may try to see if you want to do the Mike Wine and you little story time. But if we get 3,500 likes, I'll try my damnedest to get you, Adam, and Cody on.
Okay.
So I need these likes and follows, and I'll try to pull some strings. That's a lot.
And if I get, I don't even know how many followers I have.
Let's see. On Facebook, don't you spell yours differently? It's not your full name, right?
Well, that's my personal one, but just do Cole Venard. That's my fan page or whatever. See, maybe that's where I screw up. Is I do a fan page, it ain't like a real page, because it limits me to do stuff then. Like other. Well, I think I can. They just made it now where you can like. I don't know. I'm so slow with that stuff.
Is it this one?
Yeah. Yep.
So you got. Doesn't even say.
He has just close to 8,100 followers.
Oh.
So 8,100.
Okay.
Dang. Okay.
So what would you do? Oh, Jamie Garner liked our podcast. That's pretty cool. Thanks,
Hey.
Jamie.
You need to get him on here too, Jamie. If you're listening, you're on next.
Well, he already been on. He's
He
like
He was
the
like our
third one
second.
on.
You need to do him and Jim at the same time. Let them-
Oh man, that would be a riot.
I need to get Jim on.
No, Jim, Jamie, and Greg Witchenbach all on at the same time.
Greg's like Mike Wine. They wouldn't give you time to even talk. Like single.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that'd be a pretty good challenge. I would love to hear the stories between you and Cody, and I don't know. Adam would probably be hard to get back on. I don't know what that.
Yeah, he's
You
a
know.
little. He's scared.
Oh, the challenge has been thrown down.
Right. That's why I
Well,
wear
he just
it.
said the duck would be too scared.
Who?
I said Jamie just said the duck would be too scared.
Jim. Let's call him Jim out.
I don't
Nope.
even know if he has Facebook.
Jim?
Yeah,
He got Facebook. He does Jim's Diary.
I just follow it on Instagram.
Maybe that's what
I
it's
thought
on.
his son runs that. I thought his daughter runs that.
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh.
I guess I talked to it like it's.
Well, well, hopefully we can try to get Jim on also with Jamie. Jamie, there was one time I interviewed Zach, and Jamie just came out of nowhere and starts talking smack on his boy, and I was like, "That's funny." It's always a good time with Jamie. Always a great time. So once again, we'll have Cole back on. Either or, just there's a lot of information just happened in the last 10 minutes. So we'll just stick to
That much either.
what is it?
I said we didn't even talk monster trucks that much, so there's so many stories.
No, we just BS. That's the way our podcast goes, Cole. It's like talking around the water cooler.
Yep.
Hey, why are you saying my initials, man? Why are you saying my initials that way?
Who, me?
No,
You were saying
No,
BS.
me.
My initials are BS, okay?
just it makes you relevant.
Oh, man.
But so once again, I'll post on our Facebook page. We'll do a giveaway, and we'll go from there. And then get some like. I'll put your follow page on so people can go ahead and do that. So yeah, just keep on liking. And then the way I'm going to do the giveaway is if you answer the question, you'll be so it's just not going to be the first person. So if you say blah 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 is the right answer, and the next person says it right, then you're going to be in a group, and then I'm going to do a random drawing. In that random drawing, you will be the winner of the giveaway, and I'll give the information to Cole, and then go from there. So, I think that's how we normally did our giveaways with the high octane coffee and the J concepts and stuff like that. So, we'll go from there, and yeah. So, once again, we'll do it. Once again, thanks to High Octane Coffee, J Concepts, Back Channel Productions, 6B Apparel, JB Skill Graphics, and Bradley Shaw Designs. Next week will be Mark Wheeler. So, once again, thank you again, Cole. And Brad, anything else?
Nope. Just like I said earlier, if you guys give my video gaming page a follow and a like, I want to try to get up to 100 for that because it allows me to be able to get stars and for just more visibility for that. So since I don't really have a full-time job, that that allowed me to make a little bit of income as well. So that mean a lot to me, guys.
Go and follow Cole Venard's Facebook page and Instagram, his fan page and stuff like that. Follow us on Crush This on Facebook, YouTube. Like and give us a 5-star review. And on iTunes and Spotify, like, share, and subscribe. And on Crush This, notification bell, subscribe on YouTube, everything like that to help us out running. So once again, guys, thank you. And I guess I'll close it up there, Brad.
All right.
Like Brad always says, keep the shiny side up and the rubber side down. And good night.
See you guys.